Most travelers who get hit with a $75 gate fee in 2026 didn't lose that money because they overpacked. They lost it because they were still operating on rules from 2 years ago. Airlines have deployed automated bag scanners and physical sizing frames at major hubs, and they are using them on every departure. What used to be a gate agent's judgment call is now a hard measurement. Your bag either fits the frame or you pay. The fee structure hasn't changed much. What changed is enforcement. And if you fly more than once a year, the difference between knowing your airline's exact current policy and guessing is at minimum $40, and on some routes closer to $100 per bag. That's money that stays in your pocket if you run one 90-second check before you travel. I built an AI prompt specifically designed to close that gap. Not a general travel query, a structured investigative prompt that forces the AI to pull your specific airline's current enforcement dimensions, your route's fee schedule, and any policy overrides that apply to your journey. I call it the Sherlock Prompt because it investigates instead of summarizing. It doesn't give you the average policy across the industry. It gives you the exact policy for your specific airline and route. If you've been using AI for travel planning and getting generic answers back, the prompt structure is the reason. If this kind of breakdown saves you money, like this video now and subscribe. I release a new AI travel planning breakdown every week. Here is what the Sherlock Prompt returns. It comes back in the same structure every time. Carry-on enforcement dimensions. Not just the published measurement, but the actual threshold where automated scanners and gate agents start flagging bags. The fee schedule, broken out by booking stage, meaning what you pay during checkout, what you pay at check-in, and what you pay at the gate. And any route-specific overrides that differ from the carrier's standard policy. On international code-share connections especially, those overrides are exactly where most travelers get caught without knowing. Here is the exact prompt. I want you to screenshot this right now. You're going to take that prompt, drop in your actual airline name, your departure and destination cities, your travel date, and your bag's real, measured dimensions. Handle extended, wheels on the floor, bag fully loaded the way you're going to carry it. Not the manufacturer's stated size, not the empty bag on your closet floor. What comes back is the kind of policy-specific detail you'd normally pay a travel agent to find for you. It takes 90 seconds. Here are the 7 rules this prompt is designed to surface. Rule 1. Every airline sets its own carry-on dimensions, and the enforcement threshold at the gate is not always the same as the published measurement on the website. American and United both publish 22 by 14 by 9 inches on domestic routes, but United applies a tighter standard on certain international departures. Delta carries a weight maximum on carry-ons for premium cabin upgrades that doesn't appear on the standard baggage page. The Sherlock Prompt pulls the current enforcement dimension for your specific airline and route, not the industry average. Rule 2. Budget carriers are where the fee gap hits hardest. Spirit, Frontier, and Allegiant all charge carry-on fees that are tiered by when you pay. Book during ticket purchase, and you might pay $35 to $50. Show up at the gate with an unpaid carry-on, and that charge climbs to $79 to $99, depending on the route. That is not a penalty. That is a pricing model built around the assumption that you forgot. It is completely avoidable with a 2-minute decision at checkout. Rule 3. The expansion zipper. Most travelers don't realize their bag is technically 2 different sizes. A bag that measures 22 inches collapsed measures 24 to 25 inches, with the expansion zipper engaged. Automated scanners and physical sizing frames measure your bag exactly as it presents at the gate. If that expansion zipper is even partially open, your bag fails the frame check. Close it before you leave home, and leave it closed. Rule 4. International connections. When your itinerary routes you through multiple carriers, American for the domestic leg, British Airways for the transatlantic, the stricter carrier's baggage policy governs your entire journey. not just the flight that carrier operates. Most travelers find out at the transfer gate. The Sherlock Prompt specifically checks for carrier overrides on international code-share routes, so you know in advance which standard applies to your bag. Rule 5. Soft-sided bags no longer get compressed to fit. Gate agents used to manually press a soft bag into the sizing frame to pass a close call. Automated scanners ended that. A soft-sided bag measuring 24 inches gets measured at 24 inches. Your packing technique and compression straps are not a buffer anymore. Measure your bag fully packed before you leave home. Rule 6. Personal items are the second enforcement target now. As more travelers shift to basic economy to skip carry-on fees, airlines have tightened enforcement on the under-seat category. The standard on most carriers is 18 by 14 by 8 inches. A bag that can't fit under the seat gets pulled and charged at gate rates. And, on budget carriers, that rate approaches the carry-on fee anyway. Rule 7. Book your bag fee during ticket purchase instead of at the gate. You're looking at $15 to $40 per bag per direction saved on most carriers. On a round trip with 2 travelers, that is $60 to $120 saved with a 2-minute decision during checkout. The Sherlock Prompt returns your airline's fee schedule broken out by booking stage so you see exactly what the at-gate premium looks like before you reach the airport. The passengers paying gate fees in 2026 aren't paying them because they packed too much. They're paying them because enforcement changed and they didn't adjust. Airlines have had these policies for years. What changed in 2026 is they now have the hardware to actually enforce them consistently. Sizing frames and automated scanners are in place at major hubs and expanding. The people who adjusted aren't paying gate fees. The ones still packing like it's 2023 are. Measure your actual bag. Run the Sherlock Prompt on your specific airline and route. Book the fee during checkout if your carrier charges one. All 3 steps take under 5 minutes combined and could save you $80 or more on a single round trip. The full Sherlock Prompt and all 7 rules are on screen now. Screenshot this. Save like a local, not a tourist.